Breathing, the simple act of taking air in and out of your lungs, is a daily part of life. For one woman, cystic fibrosis tried to remove her ability to do that. Now, after 2 double lung transplants, she uses her lungs to give a voice to doctor-patient communication and teamwork.
So I was diagnosed 6 months after I was born with cystic fibrosis. Primarily, it affects the lungs and digestive system. And unfortunately, my lung disease had progressed and I had to drop out of college, which was devastating for me. I was placed on a list for a double lung transplant, and I waited for quite some time before I got a call that there were lungs for me. And on the day that they called and said that they had some donor lungs, my family and I were so excited because I was really sick at this point.
It's a very emotionally trying time, both before transplant and then afterwards. There's a lot of care involved.
The miracle of lung transplant is that you do not get cystic fibrosis in those lungs.
About a third of the time, we go to recover lungs and we find that they're not suitable.
They put me on the operating table, they put me under anesthesia, and I woke up. And I was really well trained by my team. So I knew that I was supposed to be in ICU and I was supposed to be intubated, but I was neither one. I had an oxygen mask over my face and I was having a really tough time breathing. So obviously something had not gone well.
She was asleep and we had just begun to make a skin incision. The nurse told me there was a phone call from Dr. Detterbeck and could I please, take the call. He explained to me that during the course of recovering the heart surgeon had removed more of the left atrium than was ideal. I can only imagine the disappointment that she felt when she woke up with the same set of lungs that she had to start with.
What I really remember was his apology. He was honest, he was humble, and he apologized for this experience.
Patients expect the doctors to tell them the truth, and frankly, that's an obligation that we have.
What I did know was that it was very reassuring that he was so honest, that we had the information that we felt like we needed to process our disappointment, our devastation, that things didn't work out. I think the result, ultimately, was we went home sad, but we didn't go home angry. So the second attempt was different because I was so much sicker. So transplant number 1 went well, but unfortunately it didn't last very long. It lasted a couple years before I went into chronic rejection. Transplant number 2, that was done in 2004. So I am now 12 years post second double lung transplant. I am carrying lungs inside of me that were once someone else's. So I feel this tremendous responsibility to do something with my life that's meaningful. I started doing things like speaking and writing, and then I started working as a patient and family advisor, which was incredibly eye-opening and important for me in my journey. And then I became a professional patient advocate, so helping oncology patients work through complaints and grievances. And then now I've sort of taken all of those experiences and put them together in the work that I'm doing as a patient-family engagement specialist.
Come in.
Hey, Dr.
Hey,
Egan.
Tiffany, it's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I work a lot. I travel a lot. I speak a lot. I do a lot of work here in North Carolina. I spend a lot of time with my dogs, which gives me a lot of pleasure. And I swing dance, which gives me an opportunity to exercise those lungs. I think one of the reasons I do the work I do is because I don't want to forget what a gift it is that I get to breathe in and breathe out. Right after my transplant, there were many, many moments, like one I remember where I was driving down the road and I was singing at the top of my lungs, and then I just start bawling because it's like, wow, I've never been able to do that in my life, and I'm doing it because of this person that I've never met. So I guess the only thing I can say to him is thank you, which just seems so small.
Tiffany's work with the North Carolina Hospital Association helps bring the customer's voice to the medical world, as well as helping bridge communication issues between the medical world and patients.